Hey everybody, it's Aaliyah. I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be doing a story time. You can tell by the title. This is the story of where the hell was my period? What the hell was my period doing? Why was I vomiting? Why was I vomiting? You know what? Let's get into it. Thank you. So basically, you guys, this all started when me and my friends and my suite mates and their friends, we decided to have a girls' night. I always do a random pairing when I pick my rooms in college because I feel like it's more fun that way. And this particular group that I was paired with, it was a vibe, like a vibe. So we all decided to have a girls' night, bring our friends together and bond. We were gonna have, you know, a little pajama setup. I'll watch a little Disney Plus because that's when Disney Plus first came out, you know. So my suite mate at the time, we were gonna call her Audrey. Audrey was like, yeah, this is cute. And I see her go and change her clothes. I said, why are you taking off your pajamas? She's like, change of plans. We're gonna go out. I said, out? Out where? I'm in my pajamas. I was in something like this. Like, I was cozy. I like to be cozy. What is going on? And I told y'all last video, I do not like parties. I don't like UA parties. They're bad. They're bad every single time. Waste of time. She said, it's not a party. It's a little get together. Go change your clothes. So at this point, you know, I already had my little TP, my little teleport in my system. So I was like, you know what? Fine. We said the plan was for us to bond. If that's what they want to do, whatever. So I put my little outfit on. I take a little couple of more sips of the TP. I'm getting a little lit. I was like, all right, fine. I'm in party mode. Let's go out. We get to the little get together. We get to a little party, whatever you want to call it. Bad. Just like you. I tell you. I told her. I said I did not want to go out, bro. Everybody in there was just ill. Like, it was just not, no one could dance. I have never even seen any of these guys before. Like, it was just not a vibe. And I dragged out my friend Chi-Chi and Ashley that I showed y'all in the last video. They did not want to go out. Chi-Chi did not want to go outside. But I dragged Chi-Chi out to this badass party. Now I'm tight. We all just sit down in the corner to just relax, because at this point, nobody wants to dance with these guys who are dancing like this. You know what? Let me show you how they were. No. So, we just end up sitting down in the corner. I look at the door, and who do I see? We're gonna call him Gregory. I see Gregory. I said, Gregory, you at the party? And in my brain, the TP said, I'm a thought, get me lit. And I said, oh my God, I heard her. I heard the TP and I said, okay. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. I did it. Okay, I did my little 1-2. I did the motion of the ocean. Don't do that, y'all. Not just don't have sex. Don't do that. No! Anyway, I did what I did, little 1-2, because I had done it with him before. It wasn't nothing crazy, you know, like, we cool. Whatever, that's not my man, or whatever. But you know, a couple days pass, about 5-6 days pass. So now I'm with my friends, and you know, I was a sophomore at the time. So at my school, the sophomore quads do not have dining halls. The only quads that have dining halls are the freshman quads. So we decided we wanted to go to the dining hall. Okay, have some real food, because where the sophomores have to eat, it's all fast food, and sometimes that gets tiring. My arteries are screaming. But we go to the dining hall, you know, I get a little stir fry. All of us get stir fry. We get it, we sit down, we eat. And you guys know, when you sit down with your friends, y'all sitting there for 2-3 hours, everyone's chatting it up. You see somebody comes sit down, the group's changing out. It's a whole fun time, you know? By like hour 2, I'm sitting there and my stomach is starting to tweak. Like, I don't know what's going on, But it's not even just my stomach. Like, you know when you feel like you about to vomit and it's like the water is filling up right here? Like, it started doing that and I'm like, what is going on? Excuse me. I'm looking around at everybody else who had stir fry. We all had the same exact thing. Why is my stomach hurting? No one else is hurting. We're about to leave now. The dining hall is literally about to close. And we're walking back to our quad. And in order to get to the sophomore quad where I lived, we had to walk to this building. When we're about to get up to the building, I feel it like coming up, like for real. So I said to everybody, I said, y'all move from me. I feel like I'm about to throw up, like no funny shit. They're like, ew, bitch, why? I'm breathing in and out real heavy because I swear to you, I hate throwing up. I hate throwing up. Like, it's so nasty. And I know it's disgusting, but I will dead ass swallow it. I can't, because the way your stomach be clenching, no. That specific building, the campus center that I spoke about in the last video, is where the bookstore is, where all the food is, and that's where the upperclassmen have to eat. So most of our friends were in there. They would have stopped and talk and stuff. No, I could not do it today. I'm sorry. I was like, y'all, I have got to go. So sorry about it. I'm walking fast. I'm walking, I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'm feeling it coming up. I'm like, please, Aaliyah, do not throw up outside. First of all, that's embarrassing. Second of all, that's nasty, don't do that. I get to my building, my dorm building, and I go downstairs to the vending machine. I get some ginger ale, because you know that's the remedy, and some gum. I drink my ginger ale, I'm chewing my gum, and it starts to subside. I'm like, okay, all right, we valid. Now, you know, I have a really messed up sleep schedule. Honestly, right now, especially in quarantine, I don't go to sleep until like 8 o'clock in the morning. But that particular night, I went to bed a little early, at like 2 a.m. I'm like, let me just sleep this off. For me personally, I sleep in the pitch black, especially because I go to sleep so late, well, early. The sun starts to rise, so I put blankets on the sides of my blinds so that it can block out all sunlight, because I'm a vampire. So, you know, I wake up, whenever I wake up, it's dark. It's normal for my room to be dark when I wake up. I wake up, I look over at my phone. Because you know, you wake up, you roll over, you pick up your phone, you see what time it is. It was 7 p.m. I said, what the hell? Like, I know I wasn't feeling good, but I must have been exhausted to sleep that long. That's ridiculous. I'm seeing all these missed calls and texts and stuff. So I get myself up, I do my little shower, whatever. I text my friend so we can go and get dinner. We go to the campus center where we eat because, you know, we're sophomores, like I said, that's where we eat. And I get my chicken wings that I always get, and I take a bite. I swear to you, I can feel the water again. I can't, like, I just don't know why, but everything is turning me off. I look at my friends, at this point, I had to say something. I said, y'all, I'm sick, like, I don't know what's going on, and it's not a stomach bug, like, I don't know what's going on. And my friend Lena that I showed in the last video, she was like, she was like, and every time something is wrong, she'd be like, I said, no, don't even, because you know how girls are. The minute you say, oh, I'm nauseous, you pregnant. I said, I'm sorry, that's not the vibe. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. Don't even say that to me. We all sitting there like, oh my God, it better not, you better not, girl, especially not by freaking Gregory. Not by Gregory, baby. That's not, no. On the back of my mind, I'm panicking, but you know, my period isn't late yet. It's not late, so I'm just like, you know what? Maybe for some reason, maybe my PMS is tweaking. But for me, my PMS is the same, my period is the same every single month. I have sore and swollen boobs and I get cramps. That's my PMS. My period, first day, really light. Second day, mad heavy. And every other day is regular. My period lasts like 5 to 7 days. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in your head. The next day, same thing. I try to eat, I can't even, like, it's just not working. It's just not working, and that's not normal for me because I eat I eat too much. For me not to be able to even like take a couple bites regularly, that was not okay. I'm tired, I'm feeling sick all the time. Like that's not Aaliyah. Like that's not okay. And my friends are starting to notice too. And for us, when something is wrong, we always used to have conferences in the conference room of my building, which was in the basement, to make sure that no one could hear us, you feel me? So me, Chi-Chi, Lena, and Ashley, we go downstairs to the conference room to have a conference about what's going on because this is a crisis. This is a crisis. They're like, Aaliyah, like, is your period late? I said, no, but I'm just really feeling sick and I constantly feel like I have to throw up. And they're like, have you thrown up yet? I said, no, but honestly, I would have if I wasn't holding it in and swallowing it. Like, that's disgusting. I said, I don't care. I'm not about to vomit. That's mad nasty. And as I'm talking about it, I feel it coming up. And it wasn't even just the water in my mouth, like on the sides, I could feel it like coming up in my throat. And I just got up from my chair and I walked straight to the bathroom. And I'm standing over the toilet, I'm like spitting. Sorry, TMI, I'm spitting. I'm like, please do not throw up, Aaliyah. I get it together, I'm taking deep breaths. I go back out to the vending machine, I get my ginger ale, my gum. Now I knew that I need to keep it next to me at all times. After that little incident, they said, girl, you better pray, okay? And now Ashley is one of those girls on TikTok and all that stuff talking about how, oh yeah, my bestie gonna have a baby. No, I'm sorry. Right now in my life, yeah, you know, everyone always says, oh, I'm Mama Lily, da-da-da-da. I'm really motherly and I care about people, all that stuff. Fine, I wanna have a lot of kids in the future. I'm 19 right now. That is not the vibe for today. Sorry. The day after our conference was the day we went home for Thanksgiving break. So Ashley and I were going home together. We decided to get up early so we can go and get breakfast and then we would leave. When I woke up that morning, have you guys ever done crunches like this? And you know, like your abdomen gets mad sore? Like that's what was happening to me. I felt, it wasn't like cramps, it was genuine soreness. My abdomen was hard and swollen. We go to get breakfast, I could not eat but 2 bites. And I was like, you know what, let me try a fruit cup. I don't know why I said that to myself, but I did. I got a fruit cup and I could eat it, fine. I said, look at God, I found something that I could keep down. I'm home now. I go inside my house and I go to see my mom. I go upstairs, I drop my bags, I go to see my mom. I go to her room, we're chatting it up, and she says to me, do you wanna know what she says to me? She says, you know what's funny? I said, what, mommy? I had a dream about you last night. I said, really? What was it about? She goes, oh, you're pregnant. I said, what? See, now the panic level has gone from like right here to, because dreams, y'all know how it is with the dreams. It'd be one thing if she just randomly said that, but the fact that I was going through all of that and she said that to me at that moment, now I'm panicking. I'm really trying to fight back the tears because I said, don't say that, don't say that. I take my butt downstairs to my room and I cry. I tell you, the tears were flowing. Please God, I'm begging and pleading. This can't be happening. I'm looking at my period tracker. I'm still not late. Technically, my period was supposed to come the next day. So I'm like, maybe God is just playing a little trick on me. You know, my mom talking about, oh, she had a dream I'm pregnant. I'm almost throwing up on myself every day and I can't eat. My stomach is tight and everything going on. Whatever. Maybe it's just PMS, okay? Next day, I wake up, I check, no period. It's all right, it's all right. I'm gonna let a couple hours go by. I let a couple hours go by, I check again, no period. I let a couple hours again, no period. I don't have late period, I do not have irregular periods. My period is on time all the time. So that was an issue. The next day was Thanksgiving. So I'm like, let me be thankful for my period is gonna come. How about that, okay? I wake up in the morning, I check, nothing yet. I said, it's okay. It's a fact that your period can be up to 7 days late and that's kind of normal. I'm trying not to panic right now. This is about family time. I'm gonna go to my grandmother's house in the Bronx and I'm gonna chill. The Bronx. Anyway, so, basically, you know, we get to my grandmother's house. You know what you do at Thanksgiving? You eat a lot. And my family knows that I eat a lot, okay? We say our grace, say our prayers, whatever. Everybody goes to get their food. I get a little bit because I'm like, I don't want to get sick in here. I don't want anybody asking me no questions. I'm just going to take it slow. I'm going to eat slowly, but guess what? I don't care how sick I am. I'm eating today. I'm eating today. In my bag, though, I definitely brought like 10 fruit cups just in case. Let me have my fruit cups, my ginger ale, and the gum. Ginger ale and the gum, okay? So I make my plate and I took a really small portion. And my uncle, he looked at me. He said, come here real quick. I said, what happened? What's up? He's like, you good? I said, I'm fine. Why? What's wrong? Are you pregnant? This is becoming a lot. It's becoming a lot. So what is going on? I looked at him. I said, no. Why would you say that? He's like, I don't know, you seem a little like off. I said, yeah, I just, you know, I'm a little nauseous, you know, my period's coming, you know how that is. He's like, oh, okay. All right, well, feel better. I said, thanks. I'm panicking. After we have dinner at my grandmother's house, we go to my aunt's apartment building. My two aunts live in the same apartment building. One lives on the lower floor, one lives on the higher floor. What we do is the younger kids and their parents stay on the lower floor, and the older kids stay on the upper floor. At first, everyone comes to the same floor. We all talking and stuff. That's how we usually do. You know, we talking, we catching up. And I just was laying there like this because at this point now, for some reason, my cramps have come to play. So I'm just hoping that that's like my period coming or something like that. I go to the bathroom to check and I see a couple of spots. So I'm like, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's what I said, okay? So now I'm taking the cramps. I said, if this is what it takes, if this is what it is today, that's fine because I think my period is here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So now, you know, all the little kids and the adults, they go downstairs. It's just us older kids upstairs now. Now my oldest cousin, she comes over to me, she sits down next to me and she goes, so how far along are you? Now y'all are dragging it, like what is even going on? Like what is really going on right now? I look at her, I said, what? She's like, nah bro, like you're gonna tell me right now that you're not pregnant? I said, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not. She's like, oh really? I said, yeah. She was like, nothing's going on weird. I said, yeah, my period is acting up, but you know, like I'm spotting now, so it's fine. She's like, okay. I said, yeah. She said, but your period is always mad heavy though. I said, yeah, the second day, but it's the first day, so I'm chilling. It's a little, like, you know, a little watery or whatever. TMI, so sorry. A little watery or whatever, but it's spotting. I'm spotting, so it's here. She said, whatever. I said, okay. Next day, right? Remember I told you my first day is light, second day heavy as hell, like whoosh. I wake up, and usually my family knows that my period is so heavy, they usually put towels down when they make the beds because that's how heavy my period is on the second day. I put the towel down thinking, you know, I might leak. I wake up and it's clean, and I'm like, okay. You know, I put a big ass pad on because, you know, them purple ones that go all the way up your ass, that's what I had on because I'm like, I'm anticipating a heavy ass period. I go to the bathroom and it's literally about the same amount that I had yesterday. Like it's like do 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 do. I said, this is not the whoosh. Where's the whoosh? What is going on? I sit down and my cousin comes over to me and she says, so how's your period? It's normal? I said, no. She's like, okay, so you're pregnant then? I said, no. She's like, listen, there's something called implantation bleeding, and that happens around, it's often mistaken as your period, but it's what happens when, you know, an egg becomes fertilized, all that good stuff, whatever, and you can bleed and it's very light, so you think, and it always usually comes right around the time that your period is, so most women mistake it for their period. Is your period mad light right now? I said, yes. She's like, then it's probably implantation bleeding. I said, please stop that. The whole time I've been trying to stay off of Google because Google will tell you that you have cancer when you have a headache. So, you know, I'm trying to stay away from it. But now, right now, I was a Google warrior. I was on every website, every forum, pregnant women trying to get pregnant, all the stuff. I'm looking at all the symptoms and it just keeps saying, you're pregnant, you're pregnant, you're pregnant, you're pregnant, you're pregnant, you're pregnant. I said, please stop, please stop, please stop. Stop it right now. I'm gonna cry. Like, come on. No, not with Gregory. Not with Gregory, bro. That's just not a vibe. For my family, right, after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, it's a tradition that we have breakfast all together and my grandmother makes bread and we eat that for breakfast. So for me, you know, I wake up and I go downstairs to get some breakfast, to get the bread. I woke up later than everybody else because, you know, I told y'all I was sleeping mad long. I don't know what was going on. I go downstairs. The minute I walk through the door and I smell the bread, bro, it comes up. Like, it just comes up. The water is coming up. Everything's coming up. It's over. I said, oh no. I go to the bathroom. I stand over the toilet and I actually had to let it out this time. At this point now, I said, nope. I'm going upstairs and I'm eating my fruit cup. I take my butt upstairs, I eat my fruit cup, I call my mom, I said, Mommy, I want to go home. And she's like, is there anything you want to tell me? I was like, no. She said, okay. I said, okay. And we go home. I go in my bed and I'm just praying, y'all. Like, I am praying because, like, this just cannot be happening. Like, it really cannot be happening. I'm 19. I do not have the means to take care of a child. Like, that's too much. That's too much. Maybe tomorrow my period will be normal. Nope. Same light stuff. I was like, this is not it. This is not it. My period, it went on for about half the day on the third day and it just stopped. Like, completely. No spot, no nothing. I'm panicking to the max. The panic level up here, up here, up here, up here, up here. It's up here now, okay? It's up here, okay? Because implantation bleeding, so says Google, etc. A very light, very short period, okay? So I remember this vividly, okay? It was about 3 in the morning after my period has stopped completely for like the majority of the day. I'm laying in my bed and all of a sudden I get like a very intense cramp, like OD. And I start passing mad blood clots, bro, which is disgusting. So sorry about it, but y'all, it is what it is. I gotta tell you what happened. Like, so I'm passing mad blood clots and I'm like, what is going on? I am in pain, like in pain. And now my period is coming out like heavier or whatever. After that happened, I forced myself to sleep and I was looking it up and it was saying, oh, maybe you had a miscarriage. And that was a lot for me because I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I don't know, but God forbid. Basically, after that, right, I'm still feeling nauseous here and there. So just to be safe, you know, I go and get 2 pregnancy tests. One that I could take at that moment, the next one that I could take a week later, because that's what you're supposed to do. You gotta wait, you know, because sometimes your levels aren't ready, you feel me? So I go, I take it, it says negative. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm still sick, I don't know what's going on, you know? And at this point now, I'm going back to school. I keep the pregnancy test with me. I'm like, I'm gonna take another one when I get back to school, all right? I get to school, I'm still sick, all right? I'm still tired. But at this point, I can eat, but I still feel nauseous all day. Ginger ale and the gum. The ginger ale and the gum. I'm telling you, that's all I could do. Ginger ale and gum. So basically, like now, like I'm panicking still because it's one of my friends, she had a very similar situation to me, like, which is what was in the back of my head. She felt sick. She took a test. She even went to the doctor to take a test. Urine test both times. Negative. She comes back again. And all the symptoms go away. She's still feeling a little, you know, here and there. She goes to the doctor again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're pregnant. Your levels were just really low. So it didn't show up in the urine, but it showed up in the blood test. Y'all know, like, the underwear where it's like, your panty where it's like a white, like, lining in the inside. So I one day I had worn one of those, you feel me? And I looked down, it's like a light brown, like a little bit of light brown discharge. TMI, sorry again. But I'm like, what? And lately I had felt like my discharge was heavy, but I never looked because my underwear was dark, so I never saw anything. So now I'm like, what? So now I put a panty liner on every single day for 2 weeks. Same thing, very light brown. I had to call my mom. At this point now, I have to tell her, you know, you don't want to tell your mom, hey mommy, I think I'm pregnant. That's not a vibe. Like, she's gonna curse me out. I'm not feeling that, no. So I call her and I'm like, listen mommy, I don't feel good. Like, I listed out everything to her and she's like, yeah, you need to go to the doctor because I don't know what's going on. Like, she said, it's making sense to me, but it just sounds like you're pregnant. I was like, well, the test says negative. So she said, well, go to the doctor. I make an appointment, go to the gynecologist. When I went to the doctor, right, I go in there, I tell them what's going on. They said, well, sounds like you're pregnant. Let's take a test. The urine test, and it came out negative again. So she said, well, you're probably not pregnant, so it's probably just a GI issue, which is, she didn't even tell me what that meant. Gastrointestinal issue. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I said, okay, now my period has been so off. I've been feeling so sick, you know, are you gonna do any type of ultrasound, anything like that? She said, no. Why would I do that? I said, I mean, maybe something else is wrong with me, you know? She's like, no. She said, you have a boyfriend though? I said, why are you asking? She said, oh, because if you don't, you're playing with fire. You shouldn't be having sex with someone that's not your boyfriend. Yeah, see, those doctors sometimes at UA are rude and crazy. Even after that visit, I was feeling sick, and it started to become apparent to like my friends and stuff that something was going on. And a friend of mine who was also a friend of Gregory's started to notice that there was, you know, something going on with Aaliyah, you know, like what's going on with Lily. He pulled me to the side one day and he said, what's going on, Aaliyah? Like, are you okay? You always have, you know, ginger ale and gum. Y'all know the ginger ale and gum every day. You look like you're about to freaking like pass out. What's going on? I said, I mean, I'm fine. And he looked at me like, you good? And kind of looked at my stomach type, you know, like trying to ask without asking. I said, listen, I'm not pregnant. I literally actually just got back from the doctor. She said, I'm not pregnant. He was like, all right, if you say so. I said, no, for real, like I'm good. And he looked at me, he was like, whose baby would it have been though? And then I just gave him that look like your friend. He was like, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear any of that. We here, that's it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I said, thank you so much. And we left it at that. I mean, it was so weird, you guys. I was talking to my grandmother who's a nurse, you know, about like how my period was weird. And she just said, you know, at this age, your body kind of changes a little bit sometimes. So your PMS symptoms, your period symptoms, your actual period, the way that everything happens can change. It's kind of like going through another puberty, if that makes sense. I mean, I've just been living life normally. Now, it was those 2 months where it was just, everything was going crazy. If anyone has gone through something like that, please let me know, because I'm still kind of in the dark about what the hell was going on. You know, and that experience with that doctor did not make me comfortable with going to the doctor again and asking again, because you have a boyfriend? You know what, you see, moral of the story, if you are having sex with somebody right now, put yourself in this situation, right? And imagine, okay, can I talk to this person comfortably when something is going on like this? Because honestly, I did not feel comfortable talking to Gregory about what was going on. And that's sad. Sex is not just sex. It comes with a lot of stuff. They call it baby making for a reason. Put yourself in this, like really, if I was to have Gregory as my baby daddy, I would really have to like smack him up every day. I know it. We would argue like crazy. Like if you're contemplating right now, you don't need to be doing the do with him. You don't need to be doing the do. What you need to be doing is not him. Hey, thank you very much. Okay? Stay safe, keep your mask on, have safe sex, wear a condom, take birth control, whatever you got to do. Because I tell you right now, I do not want no crazy baby daddy, and I bet you don't neither. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.